You're watching the Talcomania, and I'm back with a discography ranking of Hammerfall. Because Hammerfall just recently released Hammer of Dawn, the newest Hammerfall album. And I did a full review on it, and I was like, it's not as good as Dominion. It's not as good as Dominion. Well, let's compare it to their other albums. You already know it's not as good as Dominion. Where is this going to end up? And, well, let's not waste any time. Let's get into it, because, well, 30 seconds, people lose interest. Number 11, because, well, there's a tie at the top of the list. The tie has not changed from the last list. If you've watched the last list, you already know what the tie is. Still a little bit farther down, the tie. 11 is Infected with 7.4 out of 10. This album is some good songs, some really bad songs. Like, One More Time is just a really bad, it's a really bad song. Los Muertos is a great song. 666, The Enemy Within is a great song. Let's Get It On is absolutely horrible. It's the worst Hammerfall song. Absolutely the worst Hammerfall song they've ever done. Yeah. This album is just good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Not something I want to sit down and listen to in full for 50 minutes. But yeah, I had to, so. Number 10 is Our Evolution, Revolution, however you say it. It's the Hammerfall album right after Infected. Better, 9.2, but still has some little bit of songs I don't really like as much, like Bushido, Live Life Loud. Songs like Winter's Coming, Tainted Metal, Wildfire, Evil Incarnate, Hector's Hymn. Those are really good songs. They stand up to the older and newer Hammerfall albums. This is kind of like a middle-of-the-road album. We Won't Back Down is another one that's kind of iffy for me. It's just weird. Origins. Our Evolution, kind of a iffy song as well. This album just has good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. But doesn't really have songs that I absolutely despise, like Infected. So that's why Our Evolution comes in at number 10. Number 9 is actually one of their older albums, which is Chapter 5, Unbent, Unbowed, and Unbroken. This album has major, the Knights of the 21st Century, the freaking monster vocals are, oh my god, that's, like, it's, that part is pretty cringy, though. Like, to be honest, it's 9.5. I kind of, like, dock 5 points off of, like, 5 points off of that. Like, it's really not that good. Like, the song itself, the vocals and the instruments are amazing in 21st Century Knights of the 21st Century, but just the monster noises just completely ruin all hope I had for that song. Secrets is an amazing way to start the album, start an album. Bloodbound, Fury of the Wind, Fury of the Wild, Hammer of Justice, Never Ever, Born to Rule. Born to Rule's cool. The Templar Flame is an absolute monster of a song. Imperial, Take the Black, and Knights of the 21st Century. 9 and above are albums that I think are just absolute amazing records, but like this one has an issue with it, with the cringy part on the Knights of the 21st Century, the monster vocals. It's just not, it just isn't very, I don't think they should have done that, honestly. Number 8 is one that I don't have on CD that I've been trying to actually get on CD, which is Threshold from 2006. Fire Burns Forever. Threshold is an absolute monster song to start this album off. Natural High, Dark Wings, Dark Words, Howling with the Pack. Howling with the Pack is amazing of a song. Just works for some reason. You would think it would be a really bad song by the title and the theme of the song, but it's actually pretty good. Shadow Empire, Carved in Stone, Reign of the Hammer, Genocide, and Titan. This album is just like classic Hammerfall, but just not as good as their other albums. That's the only thing that kind of like brings it down, is it's just not as good as their previous records. So yeah, I really have nothing else to say about Threshold. It's like one of those intermediate albums that like I never go to, but never I don't hate or don't dislike. Number 7 is their first album, Glory to the Brave. This one's pretty good. I put this one pretty low. The last list at 9.5, but this is 8. Threshold is a 10. This one's a 10 as well. The Dragon Lies Bleeding, absolutely a classic song to start off and out. Like, that's an absolute classic. You always hear that on their set, mostly. Mostly every time you go see Hammerfall, they have that on their set. The Metal Age, Hammerfall, the Hammerfall, We Will Prevail part is amazing. It's just so cool of a, just, this album seems like really dark and evil, while their other albums seem very majestic and over the top. This is like a weirder album for them. It's the first one. I Believe, Child of the Damned, Steel Meets Steel, Steel Meets Steel. I love that part too. The Stone Cold is probably the worst one, but it's not a bad song. It's actually pretty good. Unchained and Glory to the Brave, an absolutely amazing ballad from a power metal band. A lot of people complain about their ballads. Why do you guys complain about their ballads? Their ballads are so damn good. Like every time a Hammerfall album comes out, I want a ballad on it. Like every time. Like Dominion I didn't really think Dominion had a big ballad, but their newer one does. Their newer one heavily does. Number 6, No Sacrifice, No Victory. Definitely a true statement there. Enemies Necessary, Life Is Now, Punish and Enslave, Legion, Between Two Worlds, Hallowed Be Thy Name. Hallowed Be Thy Name being an absolute monster track that I love. Something for the Ages, No Sacrifice, No Victory, Bring the Hammer Down. Bring the Hammer Down. Oh my gosh. Another great song, One of a Kind, and My Sharona. It's a weird cover of an old song, but it works. It works. I've listened to the original and listened to this just for the video, and it actually is a pretty good cover song. Any Means Necessary is just an amazing title track to have. It's just a staple. When by Any Means Necessary, over and just, it's just a really good catchy part that isn't annoying. Like One More Time. One More Time is completely annoying, and Any Means Necessary is not annoying like that other thing they did. Now we're on the top 5. Top 5 is one that I had actually at the second last to the bottom of the list last time, but I've re-listened to it over the years. Built to Last from 2016. Yeah, I don't know why I ever disliked this album. Songs like Bring It, Hammer Down, or Hammer High, The Hammer High is an absolute classic for their set. Like when I seen them with Sabaton a couple of years ago, that's one of the songs they played was Hammer High. The Sacred Vow, Dethrone and Defy, Twilight Princess is actually a good song. Stormbreaker, Built to Last. Built to Last is an absolute monster title track. Yeah. Star of Home, New Breed, Old Breed, We Are All the Same Breed. Great song there, great catchy part. Actually, not annoying, and second to none. This album is killer. I like every single track, and I don't dislike anything on it. It's just not as good as the other 5 that are above it. 5, because the next one is the tie, which is Renegades and Crimson Thunder. I couldn't decide between these two. They're just too good to decide between. Riders in the Storm, or start with Crimson. Riders on the Storm, Hearts on Fire, The Edge of Honor, Crimson Thunder, Lore of the Arcane, Trailblazers, Dreams Come True, Angel of Mercy, The Unforgiving Blade, absolute crushing Unforgiving Blade. That chuggy riff they do on that song is amazing. In Memoriam, the solo song, Heroes Return, and the title track. We're not going to include the title track. Riders on the Storm is an absolute classic to start the album. It's like Templars of Steel to start an album with. Hearts on Fire, another classic. This album is just full of classics, full of great songs. There's nothing really too bad for this album. I'm going to take a drink. There's absolute nothing bad. Yeah. And go to the other part of the tie. Renegades with song Templars of Steel. Holy shit, that chuggy riff that starts. Oh my gosh. That song is just an absolute classic. It's my favorite Hammerfall song ever. Keep the Flame Burning, Renegade, Living in Victory, Always Will Be, The Way of the Warrior, Destined for Glory, The Champion. The Champion is another great one. Raise the Hammer, and A Legend Reborn. A Legend Reborn. Oh my gosh, this album is an absolute classic. I'm happy I got this one. I'm happy I picked up a signed copy of this one from one of their shows back when I seen Sabaton. I picked up this one, Renegade, Legacy of Kings. Spoiler alert, it's above this somewhere. I picked up signed copies. Never regretted picking up signed copies. This is one of my favorite bands in power metal. Absolutely love this band. And yeah, it's Way of the Warrior. Way of the Warrior. Absolutely amazing song. Next one is Legacy of Kings. So we already know what the top two are. We know what order because I've already said what order. So, spoiler alert, I spoiled it. Sorry about that. You already know what order. Heeding the Call, Legacy of Kings. Heeding the Call, oh my gosh. Heeding the Call is like you know this band's going to be big, but they've been overlooked. Let's be honest. Hammerfall's been way overlooked for a long time. They haven't gotten the recognition they need from the metal community. Legacy of Kings, Let the Hammer Fall, Let the Hammer Fall, Let the Hammer Fall. And it just, oh my gosh. Dreamland is an absolute amazing song. Remember Yesterday, Remember Tomorrow. At the end of the Rainbow, absolutely amazing song. Love the song. This album just keeps getting better, back to back, Stronger Than All, Warriors of Faith, and The Fallen One. Yeah, before releasing their last two, this was their best album. Before Renegades came out and Hammer of Dawn, I liked Legacy of Kings the best. But it moved down 2 spaces because of their 2 newest albums. I don't think I've ever liked newer albums as much as I've liked Hammerfall's newer albums. And yes, and at number 2 is, well, no, it's Hammer of Dawn. It's Hammer of Dawn. I don't know why I did that. Sorry, but Hammer of Dawn at number 2, their second best album. You already know what their best one is because I've already actually showed it. But yeah, Brotherhood, Hammer of Dawn, No Son of a Brotherhood is the song about you supported our band for a while, thank you type song. Great song, absolutely amazing to start. Hammer of Dawn. This album is melodic, it's catchy, it's No Son of Odin, Venerate Me, No Son of Odin. Venerate Me, Reverie is Too Old to Die Young, Not Today, it's being the ballad, which it's another great ballad. It's another great ballad from this band. Live Free or Die, State of the Wild, and No Mercy. Holy shit, this album gives you no mercy throughout the whole album. It's just fast-paced, soaring choruses, not really that bit of chugginess that you want from Hammerfall, but it's more of soaring chorus power metal. And yeah, it's not normal for this band to have that. It's their odd one out album. They've done something else with this album. It's not like their old stuff. Some parts are like Live Free or Die, and some parts of Hammer of Dawn, but yeah, you're getting new stuff from this band. And number 1 is Dominion, because I've already stated it's Dominion, and I'm wearing Dominion for I have a Hammerfall shirt, which is Dominion, because Dominion is the all-time best Hammerfall album, in my opinion. Never Forgive, Never Forget, just absolutely classic song. Dominion, that Dominion riff, Dominion, and then it goes into the hard riffing part. Testify, Once Against the World, One Against the World, We Make Sweet and Rock, Second to One, Scars of a Generation, Dead by Dawn, You Will Be Dead by Dawn. I absolutely love that part as well. Battle Worn, Intro to Bloodline, Chain of Command, and Yet I Smile. Absolutely classic album. Chuggy riffs all the way through. It's like old style Hammerfall, but with the newer production sound. Just, this album is by far the most perfect Hammerfall album they've ever done. It's their best one. I seen them on the tour for it. I've always, like, they played a lot of songs from it. Like, absolutely enjoyed the show, because it was all from the newer album, almost all from the newer album at the time. Hammer of Dawn is now the newest one, which I like it. I like it better than all the older stuff, but not as much as Dominion. Yeah, that's what I think of Hammerfall's discography. Hope you guys liked it. Trying to redo some rankings. Next ranking will be Dark Funeral, because they just had a new one out. I'll do an album review for it, and then I'll do a ranking. Yeah, it just... Yes, we're doing the black metal. We're doing a black metal ranking. We haven't done one in a good while, ever since, I think it was Emperor, I think it was. Yeah, it was ever since Emperor, and that's the only one I've ever done on the channel. Before that, I really like black metal. But yeah, I don't have much black metal in my collection. Yeah. But hope you guys liked it. Follow my Instagram, follow my TikTok. I've neglected TikTok for a while and uploading, but I will be doing, I'll probably be doing uploads today. I promise I'll do uploads today for TikTok. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be the Dark Funeral review.